Hi folks, welcome back to the Amazing Education channel. It's the information that you need to know. It's the best information that's going to help you for your future and for the world, the universe. But it's not about amazing video, just to listen to. So hopefully some nice photos, but nice video, but believe me, it's to listen to, not really much for watching. And today's topic is going to be about taxes, an interesting thing. So you might think you can have a 401k, even if you know what that is. It's a retirement account, and it's related to taxes because if you make contributions properly, you can deduct those contributions from your certain types of income, and thus reduce the amount of taxes that you pay. Or you don't deduct it if you have a Roth 401k, which could be also a self-employed 401k Roth. It could be any 401k could be self-employed. Its a nickname is also solo 401k. It's a retirement account that you would have with usually an online stock brokerage like E-Trade or Ameritrade or Fidelity or something like that. And why would you want to do it? Well, first of all, saving money for when you can't work. Whether you want to or not, you might think that you're going to work forever until you just drop down and die, but you can't always plan that you're just going to continue working. You could, most people eventually are going to have some kind of lesser functioning rather than immediate death on the job, probably. So then it would be nice to have money. So that's why saving it is good. And as I said, you can reduce your taxes if you do it properly, but it's very complicated. Don't rely, so why I'm making this video is because I made the mistake of relying on information that I got from the stock brokerages. You cannot trust them to be tax experts. And in fact, you can only trust, in my opinion, the IRS information website and publications. So I wouldn't trust anyone else to understand it correctly. Am I saying accountants don't trust accountants? Yes, I'm saying don't trust accountants. Only trust the IRS. Do it. Look into it yourself. Get the information, and you certainly the people that build wealth, they do rely on experts. And I'm not saying to not rely on them, but don't trust them completely. Or another way of putting it could be trust but verify, which is thing that people did. It was a popular idea regarding the Russians and nuclear agreements. It's like, okay, we trust you to reduce your number of nuclear weapons, and we're going to do it the same in the United States, but we're going to verify it. You come over here, take a look, and let us take a look over there, and we have a nice global community. And anyway, so now I would recommend doing the same thing with your taxes. If you're extremely busy, high income, well, yes, you need less paperwork, and just get good people involved, and then, just verify, like, okay, did you check everything is good, double check with the IRS and so on. And of course, the verification, you could leave it up to the IRS, and they'll just come back and say, oh, it was done correctly, or no, it was not done correctly. And then things can be taken care of in that way. So it doesn't have to take time out of your day, but you probably would have a meeting maybe once a year with some financial person that handles your taxes and your investments, and maybe even multiple people, and they might have to work together. And so anyway, but what did I do? What am I saying about be careful? Well, you may think that your income justifies the money that you put in to a retirement account. It could be an IRA, or as I was talking about, a 401k. There are other accounts as well. People will tell you which one is good, which one is bad, and so on. But if you're self-employed, you can potentially, emphasis on potentially, put much more money into a 401k than you can put into a Roth IRA or a regular IRA, because you're self-employed, and so you deserve to put more in, instead, because you don't have somebody putting matching funds in for you at a workplace where you're not self-employed. However, there are certain types of income that just don't count, and that's what happened to me. I didn't realize I get money because I rent a house to other people, and I get money from that. And when I looked at my income, I thought, okay, well, I'm making enough income and I can contribute to a regular IRA or a Roth IRA, and I can contribute to a 401k a certain amount. And I relied purely on the information that I got from the stock brokerage, that or Google information. It said you can invest up to a certain amount. I don't know, it's maybe around 20,000 or 25,000, and it looks like in some cases even more. But if you don't have earned income, and apparently getting rent is not earned income. So earned income it's just a particular kind of income. So I guess rent is considered passive, because most of the time you just have a house and then somebody just pays you, or an apartment and somebody just pays you. And also maybe dividends and other income you might have just doesn't count like you're working. And so they will not give tax breaks to people in those situations. I guess it's a way to encourage working and not just earning money, getting money. People say you've earned interest or you've earned dividends or whatever. Apparently it's not really considered earned. Okay, so definitions are tricky, and different organizations and different people have different definitions. So you can't consider income from investments and interest and passive income as earned. Or you will have to do what I do. What I did was pay a penalty for the money that I put in, because I didn't realize it was wrong. At the time, it was a question in my mind. I didn't understand what was earned and what wasn't, and I thought, okay, earnings, real estate, landlord, and getting money. Well, no, it's apparently you're not considered a professional. You could be a professional real estate person, and then if it's run like a business, then perhaps, and you're going to have to check directly with IRS, figure it out, perhaps then rental income could be earned income. And I'm saying could, okay, I'm not saying it is. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax expert. I'm not a tax advisor. Rely on your own research, direct with professionals and IRS only, okay? Not financial advice, but I'm saying be careful. This is for entertainment purposes, okay? So, but as I said, it's the best information that you can get to help you for your life. Listen to all my other videos. I talk about how we can have everything cheaper. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, guess what? We have too many people, too many buildings, too much construction. Our families are too large, and peacefully, wonderfully, we have a solution, which is having fewer children, smaller family sizes. There are a lot of solutions, and but just renewables is not going to do it. Wind energy, solar energy, solar it's dark material, solar panels, and which cause local heating. That's right. So as we increase the amount of solar panels, we're going to still heat up the planet. Okay, it's not a solution. It's a partial improvement, but we need to have fewer people use less energy. That's the real solution. The wind, we're slowing down the wind locally, and that's going to cause more heat. When you have less of a breeze because you're slowing it down with wind electric generators, then the wind is moving less and it's going to cause things to be warmer. When you have a nice cool breeze, it's cooling. When you slow the wind down, it's warming. Okay? So all of these renewable people out there that think you're saving the planet, you're helping, but you're not doing enough. We need to reduce the population. We have too many people on the planet, and we need to do it peacefully. Okay, I emphasize that for you people out there, by having fewer children, and over time everything will be cheaper because we'll have fewer people competing for the same number of goods. And we also improve things through capital expenditure and investment and innovation, inventions, and we improve things, so that brings down costs as well. But we have to stop killing off other species. It's a warning sign. If we can't keep other animals on the planet and plants on the planet, you know, what about when you become something that's in the way for somebody else? If they're willing to kill other species, they're, you know, the leaders or whoever are also willing to eliminate whom they can. They call them soldiers in many cases. Think about the name soldiers. It's spelled S-O-L, which means only, D-I-E-R-S, dyers, the people that die. So soldiers, oh, these are the only dyers. They're the ones that have to die for the community. So, you know, it's dangerous to have soldiers because it means somebody is willing to have other people die for them. You know, we think it's normal, but guess what? It really should be considered murder. War should be considered murder, should be illegal. And you might say, oh, but we have too many crazy people. Well, fine. Then you know what? We can just catch them early, lock them up. If they refuse to work and support themselves, well, you know, then there's something wrong with them. And you could argue that people who can take care of them should take care of them. And I would say only their parents or immediate family, those that were responsible for bringing them into the world. So if you create a problem, you're supposed to clean it up. Instead, we have this collectivist system where we force through taxation against people's will. And it brings me back to the